This engineer has spent over 15 years studying Hawk Seal E. Mr. W. H. Reynolds has 50 years of experience in road construction. While working as a materials and pavement specialist for the Federal Highway Administration, he developed their hot mix bituminous paving manual. He is a nationally recognized expert in asphalt paving and design and has taught asphalt hot mix design, plant operations, and laydown procedures at the Federal Highway Administration Materials Course for Area Engineers. He is now a city engineer and consulting city engineer. Mr. Reynolds has studied Hawk Seal E since 1997. As a city engineer for Paragould, Arkansas, Mr. Reynolds had this to say about some new asphalt streets installed in 2000. The contractor left the streets with a compaction of around 85%. His paving work was about the worst I have seen. I chose to try Hawk Seal E because I knew of nothing else that would work. 10 years later, Hawk Seal E basically eliminated the cracking and appears to still be working. In 2010, Mr. Reynolds writes, "I have observed almost every type of pavement sealer during my years with the Federal Highway Administration and as a city engineer. After studying and working with Hawk Seal E, it is the only sealer that I consider a true penetrating and waterproofing sealer. I am convinced that Hawk Seal E is the best sealer that I have ever seen." This interview was conducted in 2002 with Mr. Andy Dedman, the street superintendent for 23 years in Cabot, Arkansas. Over the years, we've experimented with different street sealing systems, trying to get our streets to last longer, to give them a longer life cycle, and we found that Hawk Seal E works better than anything. We first used it about 5 years ago, and we've had real good luck with it. You don't have to close the streets to do the job, and we like that. The quicker you can do a new street, the longer it will last. We believe if you can get it before it becomes brittle or before it cracks, it can extend the life up to 3 times its normal lifespan. The average lifespan of an asphalt street is 10 years. We found that by using Hawk Seal, you can extend that life tremendously. The solution we found is to do some overlay and then do all we can with Hawk Seal to prolong the life, and that way we keep a lot better quality street for a lot less money. I've been in this type of work for about 30 years, and no matter where you work, they want you to save all the money you can. That's one thing I like about Hawk Seal. It is very cost effective. The few dollars you spend on Hawk Seal E today will save you many more dollars tomorrow. This interview was conducted in 2002. My name is Gene Yarbrough, and I've been mayor of Star City since 1991. We've been fortunate to have a lot of growth in our little town, and streets are one thing that's always on our agenda. We have a real low budget, and we were trying to figure out if we could salvage some of the street work we've been doing. We had been doing some overlays, and yet they would get alligator cracks. So when Hawk Seal E was presented to me, I think we did a half mile or a mile and a half, something like that, on the first go-round, and it was a success. We felt like it did what we wanted it to do, which was keep the water out of the streets. It worked. We've been doing some every year. For the past few years, we've been doing 4 to 6 miles of sealer a year. At this time, I think we've pretty well sealed every street in town. Anytime you can salvage a street for an extra 3, 4, or 5 years because you don't have to do an overlay, and that's where the seal job we felt like was making us money. We weren't losing our streets as quick. We feel like we've saved big time. In September 2009, Mr. Yarbrough stated, "We have used Hawk Seal E for about 10 years. We have actually made Hawk Seal E a part of our budget. We have basically sealed all of our roads with Hawk Seal E and are now beginning to seal roads that were sealed 10 years ago. The fiscal benefits of pavement preservation with Hawk Seal E are huge. I guess Hawk Seal E has reduced our street maintenance budget by at least 40%. The effect of these budget savings has allowed us to fund other projects."